A famous quote by Dennis Waitley is, "It is not the pursuit of happiness that we find fulfillment, it's in the happiness of pursuit." Happiness is something we all strive for. However, is it possible to be happy all the time? And should we be seeking happiness as an elusive goal? Today I'd like to have a wee chat as to whether happiness is overrated, whether it is even real thing, and why the pursuit of happiness can sometimes be more a myth than we may realise. From self-help gurus to social media influencers, we're constantly being told happiness is the ultimate goal. However, is this even realistic, or is it just another marketing gimmick? Should we believe everything we see on the social media? It seems like happiness is supposed to be a constant. People post their best moments, showing off seemingly perfect lives. However, the reality is they're only showcasing a fraction of their experiences. We're constantly told we should always be happy, that if we're not constantly smiling, we're doing something wrong. But in reality, life isn't made up just of perfect moments. It's about finding acceptance with all of it, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Can happiness be a matter of simply working on it and our mindset and feelings will change as a result? Have you heard this advice before? Just keep smiling and you'll be happier. But let's be real, this can be considered a myth. Yes, it's true, habits like smiling, exercise, gratitude, journaling, and mindfulness can improve our emotional well-being. However, these activities are not going to force a person to be happy all the time. They're about improving our emotional well-being rather than a 9-card guarantee of internal joy. The self-help industry sells the idea we need to change in order to be happy, whether this is via meditation courses, life coaches, or become the new you programs. However, the reality is these external fixes quite often don't address the root cause of our unhappiness. Yes, happiness is real. However, it is not a constant. The key to acknowledging happiness exists that it is not a permanent state. We all go through times of joy, frustration, sadness, and everything in between. What matters is our emotional well-being rather than trying to force happiness and being okay with life's fluctuations. Maybe happiness shouldn't be the goal. Maybe it should be contentment. Contentment is about being at peace with life, accepting where you are at without the constant pressure to improve or change. In other words, being comfortable within your own skin. Dale Carnegie is quoted as saying, "A smile," someone once said, "costs nothing but gives much. It enriches those who receive without making poorer those who give. It takes but a moment, but the memory of it sometimes lasts forever." A smile is an unspoken way of saying, "I see you and I care." Even if you're feeling bad, giving a smile can change someone else's moment and your own too. I try to live by this motto, to give a smile to the people I meet and greet, even if they're strangers. Do I always succeed? No. Sometimes I just don't plain feel like smiling. Sometimes people smile back. Other times people simply stare or look away. How often do you walk past someone and not smile in greeting? However, let's think about this a wee bit. A smile is such an easy, no-cost way to show warmth, acknowledgement, and even kindness. As I said, a smile can make a person's day and even brighten our own. Not to mention, we'll exercise our facial muscles. So while happiness may be elusive, a smile, a small conscious act of kindness, can create a ripple effect. It's a simple act that costs nothing but can make a big difference for you and others. Let's face it, the world could use more smiles. So next time you're out, give someone a smile. It might just be what they need to turn their day around. The Harvard study on happiness and relationships is a groundbreaking study which has been ongoing for more than 80 years, known as the Harvard Study of Adult Development. This study has tracked the lives of two groups of men over multiple generations. What makes it fascinating is the insight it provides into happiness, life satisfaction, and overall well-being. The key finding, according to the study's recent finding, the most significant predictor of happiness, health, and life satisfaction is not money, success, or fame, it's relationships, the quality of the relationships we have with others. Researchers found strong supportive relationships, whether with family, friends, or partners, were far more crucial to overall happiness than any material possession or achievement. The people with deep, meaningful connections had lower rates of mental and physical health problems, and they tended to live longer, happier lives. In addition to the Harvard study, there's another compelling piece of research that debunks a lot of myths about happiness. The Queensland Happiness Study. This study surveyed over 60,000 participants across Australia, the UK, and Germany, and found that happiness actually increases for retirees, particularly those over 55. Dr. Beaton stated, "Our interpretation of these findings is that individuals over 55 no longer have realistic expectations of what their life will be like, and simply enjoy their reasonable health and wealth, leading to a marked surge in happiness. As their health starts to deteriorate after 75, their happiness plunges." This study really highlights that as we age, our expectations change. Rather than pursuing unrealistic dreams, people over 55 tend to enjoy the simplicity of life, finding greater happiness in the present moment. Hence, happiness is not about perfection. It's about embracing who we are and what we have and the relationships which matter most. The question needs to be asked, is peace and/or acceptance within ourselves the key to happiness? Being at peace with ourselves is not about constantly striving for happiness or perfection. It's about being content with our lives as it is, embracing our warts and all, and accepting who we are in the present moment. Self-acceptance is the foundation from which to springboard from. When we're at peace with ourselves, it radiates outward. We don't need to constantly seek approval, validation, or external accomplishments to feel good. We become more emotionally available for those around us, our family, friends, and loved ones. So how do we balance relationships with self-acceptance? This can be tricky, to put things mildly. However, ultimately, the balance between good relationships and the inner peace of self-acceptance is what leads to true happiness. It's not just about how connected we are to others, but how content we are with who we are, how comfortable we are in our own skin, so to speak. When both are aligned, our emotional well-being thrives. Many people chase happiness like it's the be-all and end-all, but what if it's not about being happy? What if it's more about living with purpose, building meaningful relationships, and accepting that life isn't always easy? Today, we've had a wee chat about some myths about happiness, how a smile can go a long way to brightening up someone else's or your own day. The Harvard and the Queensland happiness studies both teach us the more we adjust our expectations and find peace within ourselves, the more we can appreciate the good things of life and feel content. If you're wondering what the secret to a happy life is, maybe it's not about searching for the perfect life, but cultivating quality relationships and learning to live in peace with who you are. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What role do relationships play in your happiness? And how do you work on your self-acceptance? Please leave a comment below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and it's free to subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone who's caught up in the happiness pursuit, please share this video with them. Maybe it will help them think about happiness slightly differently. If you have any questions, ideas and suggestions, please don't hesitate to include in the comments section below. I regularly check the comments so I can respond to you. Have a great day, be kind to one another. Chat to you in next week when I'll be chatting on whether being your authentic self is overrated or not. Bye for now.